Coach Colin podcast. What's going on? You guys already know me. Coach Colin, the guy who's trying to become a better man himself and is also trying to help as many men as I can become better versions of themselves. Let's get into it through habit formation, leadership, and, just an all-round better influence in your life. You got nothing but shit friends? Just watch this. I'll be your new friend. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about was basically I have it written out. To do this, and any habit will be easy. Identity shift. So I just wanted to talk about identity shifting when I first started the video. This is my second take of it. But then I realized it's actually more than that. When it comes to making habits stick, what it needs to happen is you need to change a bunch of things. It's not just shifting your identity, right? Because that's just like a flowery term that I'm trying to use. You do need to shift your identity, but the way that I've done that was I did 4 things. I changed my influences, and your influences, they're not just your friends. That's the first thing that pops up. Now, if you have a bunch of shit negative friends, obviously that's what has to shift and change, right? Find some people who are like-minded towards the things that you're trying to accomplish in life, towards the way that you're trying to be in life. That obviously has to happen. Change your influences, but it's not just your friends. It's what you listen to. If you're listening to negative people on, say, YouTube, on podcasts, whatever, if you're listening to negative music, like hip hop has a lot of negative connotations. There's some great hip hop, and then there's a bunch of bullshit. So if you're listening to a bunch of bullshit, you got to get that out of your life. If you're listening to a bunch of negative people on YouTube and different platforms or whatever, just in your headphones, you got to get that out of your life. You have to shift, change, right? One thing that I noticed is that when I stopped listening to hip hop and I consistently just listened to not just motivational speakers, but people who were thought leaders in leadership, in habit formation, in high performance, in sports, just people who achieve. When I just only listened to that, all of a sudden my mindset, it was easier for me to shift my mindset because I heard about so many people doing it. I heard about so many people striving to be their best. If you're not having that, if you don't have that type of influence in your life, it's going to be hard because you're going to have no examples of what you're trying to do in your sphere of influence, right? So in sphere of influence is just basically, it's all encompassing, I would say, in the terms of the people that you have around you, the things that you listen to, the people that you listen to, and the places that you go. Because if you go to like crack houses all the time, it's going to be hard to focus on self-development, right? You're going to be focusing on not like stepping on a needle or getting stabbed. So, but the second thing that actually leads to that is change your surroundings. Now, surroundings is just not the places that you go, but also, again, it goes to the people that you're around. So if you're going to places where things are all negative, if you're going to places where, let's just put it like this, like if you go to a place where like you have to have a gun, not the best place to be. Like if you're worried about something happening, not the best place to be. If you're at a place where everybody is in like a negative mind state, not the best place to be. Maybe your workplace is like that. Maybe you work in a factory or anywhere and it's dark and it's dingy and everybody's always hateful and snarling and upset and depressed. Those are bad surroundings. Change that. I know when I bring up the topic of a job, I know that's hard, but you can find other jobs. The job that you're working now, you're not a plant. You're not a tree. You can walk away. You don't have to stay there just because that's what you've come to know. You can find something different, something better. And I think that in all aspects of life. Besides that, change your mind. Change your mind. And then the fourth thing is decide to be different. And I think those things kind of go hand in hand because your mind is a certain way already. Let's just label this version of your mind the old you. The old you is ever present right now, and you have to make a decision that you want you want there to be a different, a better, more improved you. You have to make that decision, and then you have to decide that you're going to be this new version, this different self. You have to decide. You know how many people see me? I was talking with one of my business partners, I guess you could say, and he saw this picture of me, like I was dressed like this, and he was like, "It doesn't even look like you," And I could tell in his mind, he was like, "That's not, you don't dress like that. And it's like, nah, I'm changing. I'm changing. Like, I don't have to wear hoodies and sweatpants every single day of my life. I don't want that. I want to be able to put on clothes and look nice. I want that. I want to improve. I want to be an example for my kids. I want to be someone that my wife, she's already proud of me, but I want her to be really proud. You know what I mean? I want to be different. I want to be proud of myself. I want to have confidence when I walk into a room. I want to command that confidence. So I change. I made the decision. I started listening to people who were wearing suits, like Kevin Samuels. He was wearing a suit all the time. And then one time he goes, grown men they're too comfortable being dressed like little boys. And I was like, I was like, true. And I watch him a lot, and he's always in a suit, and he always looks good, and he always looks confident. And I was like, you know what? I want to start doing that type of thing. Oh, I'm bleeding. I can't get that on my shirt. Oh, no. But I made the decision to change. People who knew me in high school, if somebody knew me in high school and they meet me now, they're going to be like, you changed so much. So much. I've had people say that to me, and in my mind I'm like, yeah, of course I did. I don't want to stay the same. I don't want to stay like a little kid. I don't want to be the high school version of myself forever. I want to evolve. I want to change. I want to be better. So I made that decision to change. I made the decision to say, honey, can you come with me to the suit store? Because I need you to see me in a suit. I need you to tell me what looks good, what doesn't. We went to the suit store. I got a suit. We got it tailored. You know what I mean? She was there with me through the whole process. I made a decision. That's not going to be the last time I'm at that store. I'm going to go again. I'm going to go again and again and again. Because I want to be different. I want to be better. So, another way to make a habit easy is you deciding. If you decide, let's say you're somebody who operates with no integrity. You're the type of guy who will fuck your friend's wife. You're the type of guy who will lie to your mom. You're the type of guy who will do something fucking backhanded to one of your brothers. Let's just say you're that type of guy. What did I get on myself? ADHD. I'm sorry, guys. But let's say you're that kind of guy. You operate with no integrity. And then you decide, you know what? I want to operate with integrity. What does that look like? Okay, it's having a good moral standing at all times, high standards for myself. Okay. What does that look like in my life? And all of a sudden you realize, okay, well, I can't do that to my friends anymore. I can't do that to my family anymore. I can't be this type of person. I can't be that type of person. Okay. And then you start walking in it. You start doing it. Like, I was 350 pounds once. And I was like, I want to be someone who's athletic. What does that look like? What do people who are athletic do? Oh, they don't eat Burger King 3 times a day? They don't do that? Okay, I'll cut that out. What do? They eat regular sandwiches in moderation? Okay. What else do they do? Oh, they work out. How often do they work out? Oh, they work out 5 times a week? Okay, I'll do that. And then with the eating and that, and then what else do they do? Oh, they stay active. They don't sit around all day. Even though they're not working out the whole day, they don't tend to sit around. Okay, I'll do that too. And then the next thing you know, I lost 200 pounds because I started not only envisioning myself as somebody different, I started establishing the behaviors as well. This is a very roundabout, rambling way to go about it, I think. But But I think you see what I'm trying to say. If you want to be different, you have to figure out how you want to be different. You have to figure out what behaviors you can put in place to be that different person that you see for yourself. And then you have to walk in it every single day. It's not a fun process. It's not an easy process, but it's necessary. And you can do it. Okay? You already know me. I got the Calendly link in the description. This is it for the episode today. We're at 10 minutes. I want to keep them. I'm trying to keep them like 10 minutes when I do this show. But yeah, the Calendly link's there. You can book a session with me. We can talk about your challenges. We can talk about that person that you want to become, and we can talk about a roadmap in order to get you there. That's what I do. I'm 1,000,000% confident that I can do that for you, that I can help you do that. Obviously, you're going to have to put in the work, but I can definitely craft the map and then, keep you accountable to walking your ass off throughout that map. But other than that, you already know the Instagram. It's I am Coach Colin. The Calendly link is calendly.com/I am Coach Colin. The Twitter is I am Coach Colin. And that's because, you guessed it, I am Coach Colin. That's it for this podcast for today, guys. I'm out. Peace.